Let's be real for a second. The city building genre has been stuck in a weird limbo lately. We've had massive AAA titles that promised us the moon and delivered, well, unoptimized slideshows that turn your PC into a space heater. It's been rough. But while everyone was screaming on Twitter about broken road tools and paywall DLC, the indie scene has been quietly cooking. I'm talking about developers who actually play their own games. I'm talking about mechanics that don't just copy-paste the same formula we've been playing since 2015. We are looking at a lineup for 2026 that is absolutely stacked with hidden gems you have likely never heard of, but you need to wishlist right now. We're going from Aztec empires to retro pixel nostalgia and even straight-up horror management. Welcome back to the channel, builders. I've dug through the deepest corners of Steam and the sketchiest devlogs to bring you the top 10 hidden city building gems coming in 2026. If you want your frame rates high and your creativity unleashed, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Seriously, do it, or your GPU might just give up on life out of spite. Let's get into it. Number 1. We are kicking this off with a massive hit of nostalgia at number 1, Metropolis 1998. If you grew up playing SimCity 2000, looking at this footage probably just healed your inner child. But don't get it twisted, this isn't just a retro clone. It's a modern simulation wearing a 90s aesthetic like a thrifted windbreaker. The developer is building a custom engine here to simulate individual citizens. I'm talking about seeing your little pixel people actually go to work, go home, and sleep in the beds you placed. Yeah, you can design the interiors of the buildings. That is main character energy for a city builder. You aren't just zoning blocks, you're playing dollhouse with traffic management. It's got that just one more turn vibe that will absolutely ruin your sleep schedule. It looks simple, but the simulation depth is S tier. It's cozy, it's complex, and it's the perfect palate cleanser before we head way back in time. Number 2. And speaking of complexity, number 2 is taking us from the 90s straight to the glory of the empire with Nova Roma. Now, I know what you're thinking, another Roman city builder, but hear me out. This one hits different because it focuses heavily on water mechanics and engineering. You aren't just slapping down a forum and calling it a day. You have to deal with complex aqueduct systems, rain, and the constant threat of flooding. The visuals here are crisp, and the scale feels massive. It's built by a small team that clearly understands that the best part of Roman history wasn't just the wars, it was the plumbing. No cap, getting a functioning water system running in this game feels more rewarding than beating a Dark Souls boss. It's a survival city builder disguised as a chill historical sim. You need to watch your population's needs like a hawk, because if the water stops flowing, the city dies. But if you think managing water is stressful, wait until you have to manage an entire cultural revolution. Number 3. That brings us to Historicity, Florence. This isn't about wide, sprawling empires. This is about density, politics, and art. You're dropped into the Renaissance, and your goal isn't just to build, it's to inspire. The map detail here is absolutely gorgeous. It looks like a painting come to life. You're dealing with the Medicis, managing artists, and trying to turn your city into the cultural capital of the world without going bankrupt. The vibe here is low-key sophisticated. It's less about traffic jams and more about political jams. You have to balance the power of the guilds and the church. It's a thinking man's builder. If you ever wanted to feel like a puppet master behind the scenes of history, this is the one. It's smart, it's beautiful, and it respects your intelligence. But let's be honest, sometimes you don't want to be a politician. Sometimes you just want to build a castle and watch peasants play in the mud. That's where number 4, City Tales Medieval Era, comes in to steal your free time. This game is chasing that hyper-realistic medieval dream. We aren't talking about fantasy castles with magic spells. We're talking about crop rotation, plague management, and the struggle to survive winter. The graphical fidelity here is shocking for the genre. You can zoom in and see the stitching on the clothes. What makes this a banger is the connection to your citizens. Since it's not a massive metropolis, you start to care if Blacksmith Bob runs out of firewood. The pacing is deliberate. It forces you to slow down and appreciate the simulation. It's immersive in a way that makes you feel the cold coming through your monitor. But a quick heads up, do not neglect your food storage in the early game, or you will be the mayor of a graveyard by January. Speaking of graveyards, things are about to take a hard left turn into nightmare fuel with number 5, the Hell City Builder of the Dead. Yeah, the title isn't subtle, and neither is the gameplay. This is a survival builder where you're constructing a sanctuary in literal hell. You have to build defenses, manage resources, and somehow keep morale up when your neighbors are literal demons. This game is stressful, but in the best way possible. It's like Frostpunk met They Are Billions and had a goth baby. The aesthetic is dark, gritty, and atmospheric. You aren't painting happy little trees here. You're placing defensive spikes and praying they hold. If you're tired of city builders being too easy or relaxing, this is going to be your jam. It demands perfection. One slip-up, one weak wall, and it's game over. It's high stakes, high reward. Now let's wash that darkness away with something vibrant and historically fascinating at number 6, Tlatoani, Aztec Cities. We rarely get city builders set in Mesoamerica, and this one is doing it justice. The grid system, the architecture, the integration of religion, it feels incredibly fresh because we haven't done this 1,000 times before like we have with medieval Europe. You play as the Tlatoani, the ruler, and you have to manage the favor of the gods alongside the needs of your people. And yes, that implies exactly what you think it implies regarding sacrifices, but it's handled within the historical context of the game mechanics. The visual style is colorful and distinct. Watching a massive temple rise up in the center of your city is satisfying on a primal level. It's educational, it's challenging, and honestly, it just looks dope on a 4K monitor. But let's say you want history, but you want to rewrite it entirely. Sliding in at number 7 is Nova Patria. Now, don't confuse this with Nova Roma. Nova Patria is giving us that new world exploration vibe, but with a twist. It feels like an alternate history colonization sim, where the stakes are about establishing a foothold in a hostile, untamed land. The resource chains here look deep. We're talking about processing raw materials into complex goods to support a growing population that is constantly demanding more. There's a heavy focus on trade and logistics here. If you're the type of person who makes spreadsheets for fun, you know who you are. This is gonna scratch that itch. It's about efficiency. It's about optimizing that one trade route until it runs like clockwork. It's satisfying in that brain-tickling way. But efficiency can get cold. So let's warm things up with something a bit more organic. At number 8, we have Feastopia. And yes, the name gives it away. This game is all about the food. Most city builders treat food as just a number. You have 100 food, you are safe. Feastopia says no. What are they eating? You have to manage the agricultural process, the cooking, and the distribution of meals. It's a city builder crossed with a restaurant management sim, and it is weirdly addictive. You're building a society based on culinary happiness. The art style is usually charming and bright, but don't let that fool you. The logistics of feeding a massive population with varied diets is a logistical puzzle that will break your brain if you're not careful. It's chaotic good, it's wholesome, but it's also a frantic management challenge. But what happens when the challenge isn't feeding people, but controlling them? Number 9 is Mandate Order, and this one is low-key terrifying. This is a dystopian city builder. You aren't a benevolent mayor, you're an authoritarian regime. You have to manage the city, but you also have to manage information, propaganda, and dissent. It's City Skylines meets 1984. The mechanics here are fascinating. You can build nice parks to make people happy, or you can build surveillance towers to make them behave. Every choice reflects on the order of your city. It asks some moral questions that most games avoid. Do you want a free city that's chaotic and dangerous, or a safe city that's a prison? It's dark, it's psychological, and it's gonna live rent-free in your head long after you close the game. And finally, bringing us home at number 10, we have the enigmatic Dark Switch. This is the wild card of the list. It's a sci-fi builder that revolves around a central mechanic of switching between states, likely power states or even dimensions. You're building a futuristic metropolis, but the environment is hostile and changes rapidly. You have to adapt your city layout to handle these shifts. One minute you're harvesting energy, the next you're in a defensive lockdown. It's fast-paced for a builder. It keeps you on your toes. The neon aesthetic is an absolute vibe, and the soundtrack, from what we've heard, is pure synthwave goodness. It's the perfect game for when you want to feel like a futuristic architect solving problems that don't even exist yet. So there you have it, 10 city builders coming in 2026 that prove the genre is far from dead. It's just evolving. From the pixelated streets of 1998 to the dystopian control of Mandate Order, there is something here for every type of manager. I want to know which one of these grabbed you. Are you down bad for the medieval mud, or are you ready to run a dystopia? Let me know in the comments specifically which game you're adding to your wish list. If you enjoyed this deep dive, do me a solid. Like the video so YouTube knows we exist, and subscribe for more content that respects your time and your wallet. I'll catch you in the next one. Go build something cool.